Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone. This is your host, Babur Waris. We are hosting this show. अभी तो I think zero लोग हैं. थोड़े लोग बढ़ जाएं. मैं पहले देता हूँ introduction. There's
Right.
no one watching us right now. So let's just wait for a bit. के लोग join कर लें. Then we'll start the discussion right away.
Sure.
I think अब बेहतर है आवाज हमारी मेरी आप लोगों तक पहुंच रही है आवाज right.
Right.
So basically global developers community is a community where I want other developer communities to unify. I've seen like very different communities working in different capacities, and they're working well, mashallah. Like Google community, Google developers community, and Facebook developers community, but they are working alag alag. I want them to be unified on a single platform, so that कि उसका impact जो है वो थोड़ा सा बड़ा हो, right?
Right.
Uh, so I'm this is the show is called the Metrics show, where we invite people from different technical backgrounds and different skill sets, so we can discuss new technologies, explore opportunities, right? That was it's basically an initiative. Global Developers Network is an initiative of Tech Pakistan. It is one of the leading technology platforms in Pakistan right now, and it is endorsed and supported by the CXO Global Forum, which is a networking and a knowledge sharing platform, where where people, C-level executives from large corporations and from large organizations are registered there. Mostly the CIOs, the CXOs, the CTOs, the C-level executives. So we are trying to build a community around developers so we can, gel in the industry. And the mission is to decrease to improve the industry and academia linkage, which has been, not very welcoming nowadays. So, Usman, I would like to start with you. Uh, Give us a bit of your introduction, then I can throw the questions at you.
All right. So, hi guys, hi audience. My name is Usman Naim, and I am currently a UX consultant and trainer at an agency that's called Super Crazy Social Corp. And I've been working in UX for over 9 years now. Before that, alongside, I've had some entrepreneurial experience as well. And because of that, आगे पीछे जो है वो experience in other industries, मतलब digital marketing में भी, और जो है वो आपके जो है ना वो journalism as in communication design में भी काफी वो काम किया हुआ है. I think that's just a pretty gist of.
That's cool. That's cool. So let's just start from you then. You just said that you've worked as a you're still working as a UX designer, right? As a UX researcher.
That's
so,
right.
What's the importance of storytelling and user experience in design thinking while we are taking the process of design thinking, talking about the process of design thinking? Why do you think that storytelling and user experience are an important part of it?
Okay, so design thinking basically जो है वो is depending on the organization, depending on the industry, it's the definitions by industry professionals is very varied. There are three ideas that basically are thrown around by experts when it comes to design thinking. It is either, first they say one group says that it's a process, another says it's a mindset shift, changing the way you think, and that whole out of the box thinking. And the third is the more complex of the two is basically where they say it is more of a toolkit to have to solve problems between internal and external uh, parties of an organization, but does not have to be necessarily corporate. It could be of any nature, any industry of any sort. So because of that, storytelling is a crucial part of it. With storytelling is you are able to basically create a mechanism, a format जिससे आप जो हैं वो stories जो हैं वो मतलब एक narrative create करते हैं, कर सकते हैं. जो है वो you talk about how people talk about participation, you talk about a relationship to something, you talk about imagination, that you want to create some sort of an imaginative environment around whatever problem that design thinking is trying to solve. Often जो है वो last stage पे आती है storytelling, when you want to present the idea into something that's understandable by जो भी parties हैं who want the solution, or the people who are actually delivering the solution. तो इसमें co-creation भी आती है, इसमें you are trying to build a relationship through empathy. इसमें जो है वो वहीं पे जो when you talk about imagination, building curiosity about the narrative, कि भाई what are the effects of the problem, what are the parties, उन सबको मिला के तो you create something to talk about, something to present, something to show. That format is what I would frame as a story, and that's very important in design thinking. Otherwise you're just basically dealing with facts and numbers, and वहाँ पे जो है presentation of that becomes tedious.
Right. That was very well explained. I think the audience would have got an idea what is the importance of storytelling and user experience. So, Fazan, I am coming to you as Ayaz have been disconnected. He's gonna join back. Tell us about customized plugins and widgets and templates how can they help businesses, especially small, medium-sized businesses or SMEs to grow and scale, especially in the e-commerce market?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum first of all to everyone, and thank you, Babur, for inviting me.
Sorry, give your introduction as well.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Babur, for inviting me to this conversation. Okay. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Haider. Okay, and I am currently working as a product manager in a American-based company, currently resided in California, named Vaz Hero. So mostly, basically, if I tell what I do, I am a WordPress plugin developer. I do WordPress plugins, and I have 50 plus WordPress plugins that are being installed and used by different clients and on different sites, and they are all mostly related to the VAS when you sell WordPress as a service, and we mostly do WordPress multi-sites. Okay, then if I go towards the introduction of WordPress, what is WordPress? WordPress is basically a content management system. You can easily manage your content. Earlier, it was used for blogging. People only use it to do blogs, but now it has shaped itself to the marketplace. Like people can sell their products. Either that product is a hardcore or this product is a soft product. But people can sell their services. People can do affiliate marketing. People can give commissions to the affiliates, and people can easily build website within a simple clicks, and like the WordPress has made life easy for non-techs. You don't need to hire a complete developer to build a simple website. and any non-tech guy, he can easily develop a WordPress website within just few simple steps. So the WordPress has made the life of many people so easy. So that and currently WordPress is residing on 35 to 37% of the market share, which is a huge, and it's exceeding as compared to the other. If we compare it with the other CMS like Joomla and the others one. So WordPress is competing them, and it's really good. And I think it will go up in the future as we are seeing the continuous progress day by day. Okay, if I tell you about how WordPress is shaping and how people can grow up their business using the WordPress plugins, widgets, and templates. So first, I will talk about Elementor. I can refer you some plugins that are really providing good services to the WordPress WordPress users. First of all, if I go towards Elementor, WooCommerce, and easy to download, these are the few names that I think each person will be aware of. So what does Elementor do? People can easily develop good-looking website with a lot of animations, but simple steps. They don't need to hire another developer to develop complete website for them. So you can do landing pages. You can insert widgets, and that widgets can show what services you are providing and how much you ask for those services. So you can quickly explain about your terms and services, about your company, what do you do and how do you do. And now if I and also recently we have developed a plugin that allows people to share their templates created by Elementor to all other WordPress websites. So how this plugin is helpful for the business community? Like if I am a owner of a website and I am a good UX and UI designer, and I can easily create good looking templates using Elementor, then I have the ability, and this plugin gives us the ability to sell those templates. It's good for all those people who want to sell their skills. So we have provided an ability for those people to sell their templates using our plugin. So what they can do, they can create their templates and then they can sell them to all other people. And I think this is one good example how can one scale his business using using Elementor. And now, if we move towards WooCommerce, as you all know, in the current world, all of the business they are going live. Like most people want online stores, shopping, and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
WooCommerce comes here. It provides us like huge accessibility to sell their soft products, their hard products, and you can easily integrate your payment gateways. Either it is Stripe, either it is PayPal. So WooCommerce also provides a great marketplace to sell your services, to sell your products. And then there comes easy digital downloads that mostly specifies the easy like soft products, the downloadable products. So I think there is no service in the web that is not available in the form of plugins or in the WordPress. Like if you want any solution, you can customize it and you can make that happen in the WordPress, and you can start your business, you can grow your business, you can sell your services, you can scale up the things. And I think this is the way like most of the people are loving WordPress, because it's opened opportunities for many people, like for the sellers. So I think WordPress is a plus for all of the business owners there.
That's very well explained as well. लेकिन I think distortion बहुत हो रही है. मुझे लोगों के messages भी आ रहे हैं कि distortion बहुत है. People
Okay.
can't hear us when we are talking. So I think बंद करना तो it's not good कि हम बंद कर दें show. लेकिन what we can do is we can speak a bit slowly because we are speaking अपनी pace पे. और उससे ज्यादा डिस्टॉर्शन क्रिएट हो रही है. अभी भी मुझे लग रहा है मेरी आवाज भी डिस्टॉर्ट हो रही होगी तो आप लोगों को आई डोंट नो इफ यू गेटिंग मी और नॉट. कैन यू हियर मी? कैन यू गाइस हियर मी?
No, I think distortion is still there.
Distortion is still there.
बट एक सेंटेंस बोल रहे हैं ना, तो व्हेन यू गाइस आर सेइंग अ सेंटेंस तो डिस्टॉर्शन नहीं है. जब हम एक स्पीड में बोल रहे हैं तो I think distortion होगी. जैसे अभी आप लोगों ने बोला there is still distortion. I could hear you completely fine. I am not able to, diagnose what's going on with StreamYard right now. So let's continue. Let's see how it goes. Ayaz, I am coming to you now. How do you see the parents criticizing these games which you are developing nowadays? All of them are unproven scientific studies that they are negatively affecting the children, right? But there is still a very strong perspective in the society that they are damaging the brains of our kids and everything. I don't believe it in my personal opinion, but just for the sake of this, I would like you to comment on it and let the people know that how games can shape brains and personalities of children.
Right. Okay, so the thing is, you are right and wrong at the same time. ठीक हो गया? मतलब excess of everything is bad. So the same applies here. अब बच्चे अगर बहुत ज़्यादा use करेंगे mobiles या consoles या games वगैरह, तो definitely it will affect their brains. ठीक हो गया? Especially if you talk about the growing kids, which are between 5 to 10 years of their age, if they are going to play games like shooting or what PUBG, which is very famous these days, right? So it will negatively affect them. But on the other hand, games I believe, are very crucial in building. Kids learn problem solving, right? How to solve problems, how to explore areas, how to find a different way, a different solution. Those of us who play shooting games, our eye and hand coordinations, right? Our motor skills, they improve. Quick thinking.
Some of them makes you think critically as well. The role playing games, especially.
True.
They make you analyze things which people don't observe in everyday life. So it's making you think. I think your brain is working. It's making more productivity. So I think it's making the brain work more, and it depends on you how you perceive it. If a child is playing GTA and he's going to bars and stuff, so her mother or her father needs to keep GTA away from him. That's not Rockstar's problem or the game's problem. That's totally your.
There is a very clear indication of age group, right? That this game is for 18 plus. This game is for 7 plus. Right? So if parents only follow that would be more than enough, right? उससे कोई negative impacts भी नहीं होंगे, ठीक है? बहुत सी ऐसी चीजें हैं which we don't want our growing kids to see, right? And they are in GTA and many other games, right? So if we just make them play the games of their age group, there won't be a negative issue. Right? Their development will be positive. They will learn how to strategize. They will learn how to recognize patterns, and it will be positive. It will positively affect them.
Right. So I thought this would be an interesting question to ask you and get your take on it, because our society is literally criticizing the games because of the children are not doing anything all day. He just needs games. A kid wakes up, he needs a tab or the phone. Otherwise, he cries and roams around the house. So the solution.
This is a problem of parents as well. As I see it, I mean, बच्चे ज़्यादा तंग कर रहे हैं, give them a tab, right? You are making them use excessively these devices, and that is why they are so frustrated, and they are what they are right now, right? अगर मतलब आप लोग properly time manage करो उनका games का, इस तरह की problems नहीं होंगी.
सही very well said. अब मैं उस्मान आपकी तरफ आऊंगा वापस. आप थक रहे हैं, अब हमें देख के मैं देख रहा हूँ you're draining out while watching us. आप मुझे ये बताएं कि how do you see the UI UX designers evolving globally and in Pakistan as well? I know a few communities which have very brilliant members, and there is an ecosystem developing in Pakistan where we are realizing the importance of UI UX designers. So, what do you think about it? The landscape and the ecosystem we are trying to build right now.
Okay, so this this is मतलब मैं शायद थोड़ी सी कंट्रोवर्सी बीच में इंट्रोड्यूस करूं controversial discussion. यार the evolution जो है currently or let's say the last like 10 odd years or so, user experience जो है वो मतलब has properly only जो है actually has been 5 years or so since it's properly got introduced in Pakistan. Maybe a year or two longer depending on यहाँ पे जो NCAs जो हैं जो offer कर रहे हैं. But currently there is little focus on one of the key aspects of user experience या experience design या जो है ना वो design thinking, प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन हो गया, सर्विस डिजाइन हो गया, इंडस्ट्रियल डिजाइन हो गया, communication design हो गया, game development. It was the focus. The thing that's missing is the emphasis on user research, which is a core aspect of design in general to solve problems. So वो जो है ना, that is still the focus is still on locally is on beautification. You know, जो discussions हमारे यहाँ चल रही हैं, the obvious evolution in a discussion forum around design then moves from what is design to actual different applications that you have, different industries में different use cases. वो उसकी जो है ना initial आपकी वो होती है what is design, उसके बाद then you immediately move to that. तो I feel that the next
आपका कहने का मतलब है, इसको और कंट्रोवर्शियल करता हूँ, आपका कहने का मतलब है कि यहाँ पे लोगों का रुझान और ध्यान ज्यादा शक्ति की तरफ है, शक्ति की तरफ कि दिखेगा कैसे वो, उसके कपड़े कैसे होंगे, and we are not focusing on the functionality as equally as we should.
The time you spend on improving the functionality, figuring out better ways to present it, the growth जो है ना, growth जो है research के बगैर नहीं होती, या अगर आप research ना करो तो जो है उसके जो है वो मतलब you're not really solving a problem, and this problem is rooted in it has a lot to do with the way other fields are treating design in Pakistan. So I feel that there needs to be the next evolution. For example, there's a group called Daira that's come out by a very famous software house called Venture Dive. उन्होंने जो है वो they are trying to now push their next stage. अभी वो design thinking की education कर रहे हैं. The next stage they are thinking of promoting user research. फिर बड़ी organizations में आप जाते हैं तब ही जाके आप user research पे focus कर रहे हैं, like the telcos in Pakistan हो गया, the banks हो गया, UBL का design lab है, Telenor का है, जो है Mobilink, Jazz का जो है वो है research पे focus हो रहा है. But when you move out of the enterprise, यहाँ पे focus जो है वो नहीं है. तो the growth वहाँ पे जो है, I think I see जो है वो in the foreseeable future, I see it going out of the so here's another controversial thing, going out of the IT and computer science field and into other academic departments that teach you, prepare you for professional work. वहाँ पे जो है ना, वहाँ पे जो है वो मेरे ख्याल से that's next जो होगी. Let's move to talk about internationally. अच्छा, internationally growth जो है क्या उसे कहते हैं ना, 20 years ago designers did not UX designers जो है वो interaction designers ये अपना ये जो है they did not focus on the business side of things. अब जो है जो आजकल जो चल रहा है, now there more fields are emerging a much better defined role of product designer, organizational designer, business designer. So now the designer is also getting to the point where they're thinking about what is the monetary benefit that the organization that they're trying to build for is getting out of it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right. Yeah.
As you all know that there is a distortion in the stream, and I don't think we are getting the kind of engagement I was expecting to this show because of this distortion which is happening. I think the audio
Yes.
is better now, and the video is lagging. We're gonna make it quick. I had
I
to do.
haven't finished though. जो है वो मैं finish नहीं किया. If I may,
I'm not finishing. I'm just telling the audience that we are going to keep it short. I'm not. You have all the stage, Usman.
Right.
So the I mean, and you would agree as well. The evolution is we are moving to more mediums, right, of presentation. While there may be a disagreement in this very panel, I think that VR is one of those trends. Rather, it's not. It's more of a fad जो ऊपर चढ़ता है, फिर नीचे गिरता है, फिर ऊपर चढ़ता है, फिर नीचे गिरता है. I mean, it's been going on since the. I mean, सबसे पहले एप्लीकेशन तो अटारी की थी ना 1970s में उन्होंने एक VR का 2D मैट्रिक्स का डिस्प्ले वो निकाला था. यहाँ पे पैन के नीचे स्टैंड था, रेड कलर का, ब्लैक कलर का वो था. I think AR is going to stick. And we are going to, as far as user, the design subject is concerned. Just the other day, I was thinking this very simple thing. I mean, it's very simple, but I'll mention it anyway. जो एक होता है ना, एक आप create करते, who are you creating for? जो है वो आप जो है, you're obviously creating for the customer, the user. But the next जो है वो next phase would be creating with a physical non-living thing in mind. So like एक हो गया एक scenic environment हो गई. That is the subject. It's no longer the user and the emotions around them, but the scenic environment, the mountain, the peak. You want to build a theme park, so your subject now becomes the land area. I mean, बहुत छोटी सी बात है, but उससे आपका जो है approach to research change हो जाता है. आपके approach to जो है ना वो visual design भी change हो जाता है to some point. I think that's how it's that's how I see the evolution of user experience design. I like to say experience design in general for locally and abroad.
What is the difference between the two terms, the experience design and the user design? Is there a difference?
Okay, so I was going to talk about this in if we were to, let's say, talk about design disciplines. Design disciplines बहुत सारे हो गए हैं. Based on industry, architectural design है, industrial design है, communication design है. Specifically in the business world, अगर आप organization और उसको छोड़ें तो business process management भी एक वो design का field consider कर सकते हो आप. ठीक है, जो है वो specializations के हिसाब से you can also say game design. I've dabbled in board game design. That's a very different. That's become somewhat very specialized in the game industry itself because of the nature of the touch points and tools that you have. The thing is, the few problems relate to just one discipline's skill set. Many designers are comfortable in more than two disciplines. What you need to look at is always define the disciplines by the problems they are solving, not by the technical skills or the expertise needed. there is still to this day a lot of overlap between definitions, and I usually can talk for about an hour on what is the mess up that the role UX/UI designer tends to bring into the industry. But that's for a discussion for another day. So there are a lot and the reason why there's an overlap is because the output that you give as a designer, regardless of your thing, because they're so similar, the output is pretty much the same. It's a tangible product of certain nature, and you're using the same digital tools to present it. So ये जो है वो this is kind of like the overall picture. If that answers your
सही
question.
है, ठीक हो गया। यार बहुत अच्छा आपने क्वेश्चन आंसर कर दिया। मेरा डाउट क्लियर हो गया। एक्सपीरियंस डिजाइन है, एक्सपीरियंस डिजाइन और यूजर एक्सपीरियंस का
अच्छा हाँ sorry I didn't actually answer your question, sorry एक मिनट। तो यूजर एक्सपीरियंस जो है वो तो सिंपल है ना कि आप जो है बंदा यूज कर रहा है, person who is actually using the product is you're being very specific to that. So you're not focusing on maybe the touch points of whether he's a customer or not, and you are not touching the touch points of what the company is doing to जो है वो present it. अब मैं अगर बस वर्ड्स को इस्तेमाल करूं तो अगर आप जो है ना वो फ्रंट और बैक दोनों कंपनी को और उसको फोकस करें तो वो सर्विस डिजाइन बन जाती है। अगर जो है वो क्या उससे कहते हैं, अगर उसको तो यूजर एक्सपीरियंस है, कस्टमर एक्सपीरियंस इज नॉन डिजिटल, ठीक है। इंटरेक्शन डिजाइन इज जस्ट द विजुअल एस्पेक्ट, यू नो द एक्चुअल इंटरफेस दैट यू आर डिजाइनिंग, उस पर फोकस है। तो एक्सपीरियंस डिजाइन आई थिंक इज वन टर्म दैट आई लाइक टू से दैट यूनिवर्सली डिफाइंस experiences in general.
It can be customer experience as well, right?
Yes.
Customer experience can be counted in that as well.
Touch points,
so coming back to you, Ayaz. Yeah, Usman, I got your point. I'm going to come back to you again. Ayaz, I would like to throw a question at you now. Share a little bit about your journey from being a digital marketing specialist to a game development agency founder, and also mention the most challenging issues of video game design when you're designing a game. What challenges you face, like hiring the resources, or in fact designing the whole process, the structure, the framework and everything.
Sure. Okay, so I'm in the digital world from about 13 years now. I started as a digital painter, but then I had to show off my art, and I learned how to create websites, and I started freelancing development. And from there, I started blogging somehow. I got a blogging exposure, and I started that. Alhamdulillah, my blog was in the top 10 in the world for art and design genre for many years. I was in Dubai at that time, working from home, like we are doing now. So yeah, that's how it is. So I came back to Pakistan. Yeah, I created multiple blogs and e-commerce businesses, and I sold them. And I came here to Pakistan for a month or two, and there I met a friend of mine who was doing a great job in a company. They were making games, and because I'm a gamer, I was very much interested in starting a gaming studio. So we shook our hands, and we co-founded a gaming studio called OT Ventures 3.5 years ago. And from that time, we have been working and creating a different type of games for different audiences. Like we have content for kids, and we have some content for teenagers. And right now, OT Ventures have multiple wings. I'm heading one of the wing. It's called Tiny Kraken Games. And we are 100% working on hyper casual games. Have you guys heard of hyper casual games? I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that.
Yeah, I've heard of it. The Subway Surfer League and these types of games, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So so we're working on hyper casual games. from about last year now, and we're doing good. So, well, that's about me and how's it going. And now about the challenges. Yeah, you're right. There are two main challenges, especially when it comes to hyper casual games. We cannot make a copy of another game. Every game have to be a unique concept, or it will not work. It's very simple, right? So finding a gap in the idea, or finding a gap in the industry, the concept, it is actually a very challenging job. So that's one. And the other is definitely finding creative and creative resources with great skill sets, artists and developers both. uh, Pakistani industry is a bit behind compared to other countries when it comes to hyper casual games only, right? So yeah, we are doing our best. We are hiring people,
Why is
and
that so? Why is, sorry to interrupt you, why is
yeah.
Pakistani industry still behind in the game design, the
Uh,
landscape and the ecosystem? Why are we not building games? I know freelancers who have been developing games, but I don't know companies like OT Ventures and companies like them who have been building games, or they have a specialized category where they are, progressing. I haven't heard of any. So if you would
Yeah,
like to
sure,
shed
sure.
some
Okay,
light
so
on it.
actually the thing is, there are many companies here who are doing a huge amount of business with these games. It's not like they are we are behind. We are behind in just one genre, and that is hyper casual. That is because it is. I'll be very honest with you. It is not business friendly. Uh, what I mean by that is, we spent a month, we created a game, it went into testing, the numbers didn't came out good. It's a waste. You cannot utilize that game. So it is more of an expensive side of business, right? If I'll give you, and the industry standard is like 1 out of 95 games is a successful game. On the other hand, the other type of games like 3D games, shooting games, simulators, kids content like makers and stuff like that, those are easy to produce games. They can be produced somewhere between a week or two, and also uh, uh, they work differently. We don't have to fix the numbers like for a retention, how long is the user playing, right? How much is the install costing and stuff like that. This you just market them, and with time they start growing. But that's not the case with hyper casual. So that is why our industry is doing good, very good in the gaming sector. But hyper casual is, you can say, it's a problem child. Only very high quality games and a lot of investment is required to take this ship off. So that is why not many studios are doing that. There are hardly 2 to 3 studios who are actually working on hyper casual games, and one is ours. And also, I jumped to hyper casual only because of our success in December in Singapore. We won against all the Pakistani studios. We took first place, and that was our first hyper casual game,
Very nice.
right? So after, and when I met all the Google guys there, and when I met the investors and so many people there, publishers there, I realized that this is indeed a very tough genre from business perspective, but the return is also very high. So that is why I jumped into the hyper casual, and because I have art background and I have a very strong team with me, I am very sure we can produce really good games, winning games, which we already are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, complete it.
And
I was just about to ask you. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
okay, no problem, no problem. And also, we are working on hiring fresh talent and training them. So we are trying our best to improve the industry, and not just Tiny Cutting Games. There are other studios. We have joined hands together, and we are trying to form a platform where fresh graduates, either artists or developers, they can actually learn how to create high quality games, which people will love.
Okay, my question was regarding what you just addressed only. I was about to ask you, how hard is it for you guys to find game designers and the game develop the production team,
Okay,
the
okay.
product development team? Because you would be hiring people. Do you hire locally or you go
Okay.
internationally as
So
well?
actually, for hyper casual games, this is actually the you can say toughest challenge I have ever gotten in the gaming industry, is hiring the right people. If it comes to developers, or hiring the developers who are not just Unity operators, but who actually know coding, right? And for artists, if we hire artists who are experienced, it is very difficult to make them unlearn, right, what they're doing right now and learn the hyper casual side. So yeah, it is difficult, and we are trying to fix that by training people. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Right. So you just told us about the current scenario of game developers. How hard is it in Pakistan to find good game developers who have
True.
at least an idea or a concept of game design, right?
Yeah.
I know people, they are working, but they are working internationally. They are not working locally. So I think that would change in the coming years, inshallah. Uh,
Inshallah.
coming Coming back to you, Faizan, I hope you are not getting bored by this conversation.
Nah.
Uh, I wanted to ask you, what are the most important factors which companies and clients consider while looking for a WordPress developer? ये होगा हमारे सवाल जो यहाँ इस community में members हैं और कैसे वो are looking for projects for work for jobs. So आप as अपने experience की basis पे would you like our audience to tell them के uh, how how a person should curate or create his portfolio WordPress अगर वो WordPress developer बनना चाहता है या web developing करना चाहता है लड़का after graduating या फिर he's not in a university or not in school but he still wants to learn web development. तो अगर एक WordPress developer एक बंदे को बनना है तो what's the roadmap in your experience according to you?
ओके अच्छा बाबू इसमें कुछ सिनेरियोज आ जाते हैं कि एक तो क्लाइंट्स और फिर कंपनीज की बात करें तो फ्रेशर्स जो फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट हैं और आ जाते हैं एक्सपीरियंस जिनका एक्सपीरियंस है. सो हर कंपनी को पहले मैं कंपनी को देख लूँगा. मैं कंपनी वाइज बात कर रहा हूँ कि जो कंपनीज हैं वो जब कोई वर्डप्रेस डेवलपर या के साथ आपकी कौन सी जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी आती है उसके बाद फिर मैं बताऊंगा कि वो जब किसी को सर्च करते हैं उसमें क्या क्वालिटीज देखते हैं. क्योंकि मैं पर्सनल खुद मैं टेक्निकल इंटरव्यूअर भी हूँ क्योंकि जो भी कंपनी के हम हायरिंग करते हैं उसके जो टेक्निकल इंटरव्यूज है वो मैं ही कंडक्ट करता हूँ. तो सबसे पहले वर्डप्रेस जो है वो अपने साथ एक जो वर्डप्रेस को पूरा अगर आप डिवाइड करें तो वर्डप्रेस बेसिकली थीम्स एंड प्लगइन्स में डिवाइड होता है और फिर उसकी एक साइड है डेवलपमेंट की और एक साइड है उसकी जो नॉन टेक लोग जो नॉन टेक्निकल लोग वो उसको कैसे यूज करते हैं. हम उनको पावर यूजर्स कहते हैं. उनकी एक अलग जॉब पोजीशन है और जो डेवलपर्स हैं फिर उनकी एक अलग जॉब पोजीशन है. वर्डप्रेस के अंदर बेसिकली अगर आप जॉब वाइज इसको देखें तो आप नॉन टेक्निकल अगर एक बंदा है जिसको डेवलपमेंट नहीं आती, he can't do development, he can't do theme development, he doesn't know PHP, he doesn't know CSS, HTML. Okay. He also good at type job in WordPress by just be a guru how to use WordPress. He can be a guru in using the WordPress and then that's it, he can grasp a good job. So that part अगर हम WordPress पावर यूजर की बात करें तो उसमें क्या है कि आपको प्लगइन्स यूज करना आते हो, प्लगइन्स इंस्टॉल करना आते हो, आपको प्लगइन्स की कॉन्फ़िगरेशन का पता हो कि आपने अगर आपकी क्लाइंट्स की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि मुझे एक पोर्टफोलियो वेबसाइट चाहिए तो उसके
बेसिकली फैजान, सॉरी आपको कट कर रहा हूँ, आप ये कह रहे हो कि उसको डैशबोर्ड मैनेजमेंट आनी चाहिए भले वो उसका टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड हो या ना हो, he must know how to manage an e-commerce store, how to download plugins and everything, how to deploy plugins, किस तरह कौन सी plugins किस जगह use होंगी. You're talking about that stuff, right?
बिल्कुल
सही हो गया. आप continue if you have anything more to say.
ओके. अब एक मैनेजमेंट साइड, आप दूसरी साइड आके आपके डेवलपमेंट की, जो बेसिकली डेवलपर्स है, और अगर एक कंपनीज की बात है, जब वो हायर करने को जाती हैं तो वो कुछ कंपनीज ऐसी हैं जो कि वो फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट्स को देती हैं, फिर उनको ट्रेन करती हैं और फिर उनको वो लीडिंग टू जॉब ऑफर करती हैं. तो अगर जो फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट है उससे एक जो कंपनी है वो क्या डिमांड करेगी? वो ये डिमांड करेगी कि उसको वर्डप्रेस की बेस वर्डप्रेस किसते हैं, ये स्पेशलिस्ट नहीं है. कुछ कंपनीज हैं जो कि ई-कॉमर्स में काम करती हैं, कुछ कंपनीज हैं जो एलिमेंटर बेस्ड काम करती हैं, कुछ कंपनीज ईटी बेस्ड काम करती हैं, कुछ कंपनीज हैं जो एलएमएस सॉल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड करती हैं, जो कि लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट, जो कि कोर्सेज, लेसन्स एंड क्विज़ेस, और फिर वो हर जो कंपनी है उनको अपने मुताबिक ढाल सकती है. जो फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट है उससे ये एक्सपेक्ट किया जाता है कि उसको डिफॉल्ट वर्ड पता हो, डिफॉल्ट वर्ड की फंक्शनैलिटीज, डिफॉल्ट पावर यूज करता है. डेवलपमेंट की बेस ग्रेजुएट की बात करूं तो हम उससे ये एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि उसको ऊप आनी चाहिए, पीएचपी बेसिक आनी चाहिए, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This is the side, ये जो आपकी स्क्रिप्टिंग या सर्वर साइड लैंग्वेजेस है, these are necessary to do plugin development. So हम जो फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट्स हैं उनसे ये एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि उनको इन चीज की पता हो. We go for polishing them and like 6 months training. Same thing I did. I think what happened with me. When I started with the WordPress, I did a training 6 months and then I was in the same company who did train me. So ये ऐसा मेरे साथ हुआ था, और यही मोस्टली जो कंपनीज कर. लेकिन ये है कि जो मोस्टली कंपनीज ये इस चीज को अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकती कि वो इंटर्नीज को हायर करें and then they train them. So they look for experienced WordPress developer or user. So in experienced one, they mostly go for their niche. Means कि अगर एक कंपनी है वो WordPress का solution देती है, so they will look for a guy who is much experienced with the WordPress. So who is solution for e-commerce stores. They will look for a guy who have developed like 10 to 20 plugins in this domain. If they are looking for a developer or for a guy who is experienced in managing the learning management system, LMS, he can extend the default functionalities of LMS. Then look for a guy who has developed like at least 10 plugins within this domain. So अब बात आ गई हमारी कंपनीज की कि वो कैसे देखती हैं. तो वो मुझे है कि अगर इतना मुश्किल नहीं होता अगर आप इफ यू आर एन एक्सपीरियंस्ड पर्सन इन द वर्डप्रेस फील्ड, तो आपको वर्डप्रेस की बेस का पता हो कि आपने हुक कैसे यूज करनी है, आपने फिल्टर्स कैसे यूज करने हैं, आपने एक्शंस कैसे यूज करना है, आपने अगर जावास्क्रिप्ट को ओवरराइट करना है, उन फाइल्स को आप कैसे ओवरराइट करोगे. अगर एक बंदे का इतना एक्सपीरियंस है 2 years का, तो अगर उसको स्पेसिफिक निश पे काम नहीं भी किया उसने, तो हम उसे कुछ ऐसे चूज करते हैं या बेसिक हम कुछ ऐसे उससे डिमांड करते हैं कि उसको वर्डप्रेस की बेस का पता हो, उसमें हुक्स आप क्या रहती हैं, उसमें कौन सा किस टाइप पे हुक चूज करना है. अगर हमने ताकि हम के लिए बेस्ड है, easy for a person who has experience with WordPress base. If he knows WordPress base, then he can easily switch to any plugin, to any niche. That's not a big deal. So अगर हम इसके बाद हम आते हैं क्लाइंट पे. क्लाइंट क्या डिमांड करता है? मिसाल के तौर पर अगर आप स्पेसिफिक क्लाइंट है, आपके पास वो फाइवर पे है, फ्रीलांसर पे है, आप है, तो उससे पहले आपका पोर्टफोलियो देखेगा कि आपने अगर उसकी डिमांड है कि उसको एक एलएमएस चाहिए, एक एलएमएस का एक सॉल्यूशन चाहिए, एक प्लगइन है, उसने एलएमएस की फंक्शनैलिटी को एक्सटेंड करना है अब प्लगइन. सो वो जो देखेगा वो सबसे पहले ये देखेगा कि इस बंदे ने उस एलएमएस में काम किया है या नहीं, जिसकी मैं रिक्वायरमेंट है लेके आया हूँ, या उससे रिलेटेड कोई एलएमएस है उस पर उसने काम किया है नहीं, कितने उसके पास प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो वो इस सक्सेसफुली उसने इस डोमेन में किए हैं. उसके बाद उस बंदे का एक्सपीरियंस दिखता है कि
ठीक है फैजान, डिस्टॉर्शन बहुत है यार, that's why I would not be able to give you ample time. I think you are clear, you have conveyed the message, you have answered my question. जो मैं पूछना चाह रहा था वो आपने बता दिया. बेसिक्स आना
Yeah,
बहुत जरूरी है, बेसिक्स आर एसेंशियल. और फिर उसके बाद तो एक्सपीरियंस तो बंदा साथ साथ जो है वो एज ही ग्रोज, एज ही वर्क्स फॉर डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स, वो लोग हों चाहे इंटरनेशनल हो, देन उसकी स्किल्स तो
yes.
ऑब्वियसली बढ़ती हैं फिर उसके साथ साथ. I've completely understood your point. I would like to close with Usman. Usman, my last question is to you. I would like to thank all of you for joining, for going off, closing the show. Usman, the question is, what are the major differences between user experience and the other design disciplines? There are other design disciplines as well, I believe. We have talked about it a little bit. I would like you to shed some more light on it, and उसके बाद we can just close the show because people are getting irritated. ये I don't know StreamYard का कोई है, मेरा इंटरनेट तो I have a good connection with good speed. I don't know why it's happening.
Same here.
People are just bearing it.
So I think I've already, covered a lot on that topic. Differences are there are
just point out the major differences, and then we'll
major differences. Yeah. So the differences that exist that if you want to specifically focus on differences, so then that depends on your touch points, as in the what are the different mediums, platforms that you want to that you're using in a particular field. For example, in in game design, Unity, Unreal Engine, ये एक touch point आपका हो गया. Industrial जो है वो for let's say for industrial designers, AutoCAD is a software that some other designer might not know. These are the kind of stuff that someone in another specialized field might not know. But the output जो है वो is somewhat the same. The research techniques are very similar. To give a quick and short, the quick and dirty answer, I think that's the best way to say it. All the videos are frozen, or is it? Oh, okay, it's moving. Right.
Oh, sorry. I would like to thank all of you for joining us on the Matrix show. It's a very bad one, I believe, because of the distortion and also because of the lag. I know सबने बहुत interesting और बहुत अच्छी बातें की हैं. मुझे जितनी समझ आई मुझे तो अच्छी लगी, लेकिन लोगों को I think I've been getting messages from friends and everyone के भाई distortion बहुत है. So we could talk more about it. और मैं next session में भी चाहूँगा कि आप लोग आगे भी जो है you become a part of a global developers network. You guys have already been art since 1 year now. तो बस एक छोटी सी अनाउंसमेंट करनी थी कि there are a lot of people in the group who are looking for jobs. तो उसके लिए I have made another LinkedIn group that is specifically for jobs, right? So you can join that group. I'll be sharing the link in the comment, and you can join the group and you can happy job hunting, right? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Usman.
I'd like to say, Babur, I'd like just last minute comment. So if anybody who wants a review of their portfolio, they can reach out to me.
Yeah, UI UX designers, Usman Naeem is your go-to guy. If you want any kind of app, he's very helpful. I can connect him to you. You can just contact me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Faizan. Thank you, Ayaz.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Okay, bye. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.